Hello and good morning. I'm happy to be here. It's really an honor, and I'm going to tell you a story from Blue Lion to Blue Swan. Sounds like the title of a fairy tale, and I'm very happy to give you some insights about that. What is Blue Lion? What is Blue Swan? And what are we doing with the Bavarian AI Gigafactory? Blue Lion, so to say, is our next supercomputer. And in fact, we started planning the next supercomputer 6 years ago when we started the current supercomputer at the Leibniz Supercomputing Center. SuperMUC NG is a machine that used to be the fastest machine in Germany, and it is serving science and research with computing capabilities. And last year, at the end, we signed a contract for the next system. The next system is called Blue Lion, and Blue Lion will be a step forward. It will have 30 times the performance of the current supercomputer, and again, it will serve in science and research. And it will do that by offering capabilities for simulation, for modeling, and for AI. So there will be a strong AI component in Blue Lion. In fact, it will have several thousands of AI chips, NVIDIA Vera Rubin chips, that will be supporting applications from that domain. That was last year. And as the world is changing so often these days, we ran into this year, and early on, the European Commission presented their AI Continent Action Plan. An idea to make sure that Europe keeps up with the innovation in the AI field, that Europe is competitive, that we decrease the dependency on foreign technology, foreign providers, and most important of all, that we have AI systems which are trained to our mental thing, to our, characteristics, to what we think how the world should be shaped. One part in that EU action plan, the AI continent, is the AI Gigafactory. And the Commission called for letters of intent to build such an AI Gigafactory. And at that time, State Minister Blume called me and said, could we do such a thing in Bavaria? And I said, yes, we can do such a thing in Bavaria. In principle, it is much more homogeneous than what we have right now at the Leibniz Supercomputing Center, and we can run these large-scale infrastructures. These AI gigafactories are defined to have 100,000 of the latest AI chips to serve industry and to serve science with AI capabilities. So we made a plan on how we could bring this together, and the result is what we call Blue Swan. Blue Swan is a proposal originating from Bavaria to establish an AI gigafactory that serves Germany, that serves all of Europe. And the name itself is part of that. We thought about something where Bavaria is represented, the swan, and we also thought about something that needs to cover all of Europe and to provide services of all of Europe for exactly the competitiveness and for our values and how we think that AI should be trained. Now, time has passed. We have submitted our proposals, and in total there were 76 letters of intent submitted to the European Commission. From Germany alone, there were nine proposals, so ours is 1 out of 9, and we are, of course, in discussion with the other consortia. However, I think Blue Swan has a certain kind of characteristics which may be really of interest and which may distinguish us from the other proposals. And in fact, the most important thing about Blue Swan is that we are not only thinking about this Blue Swan data center, that's the hardware, that's the stuff where the AI is running, so to say. That's the 100,000 GPUs, the 100,000 AI processors. But what we are thinking about is the entire ecosystem where all of Munich, all of Bavaria, all of Germany can contribute to. And we believe that it's not only sufficient to provide GPU as a service for anybody that wants to use it, but we believe we need to leverage the knowledge and the AI expertise that we have here and bring it together with those that might need it and that will need it in the future. So what you see here is that the entire proposal is kind of based on the data center that we are building, and we have these two pillars. On the left side, our strengths in research and science, our hundreds of AI professors with their experience and what they are contributing and their knowledge. And these side also kind of enabling the other side, the industrial users, economics, the big companies, the smaller SMEs, to make sure that they know how to use such a gigafactory, to make sure that they know how to scale up. At the moment, most of us are thinking about 10, maybe 15, 20 GPUs. Here we are talking about the possibilities doing AI on hundreds of thousands of GPUs. So that's the main idea here. And we bring all these aspects together from research, from government services, and especially industry and startups. Here we have found 3 clusters: defense and security tech, the first cluster; health and pharma, the second cluster; and industry and tech, robotics, financial services, mobility as the third clusters. And we're using these clusters as lighthouses, as beacons, to make sure that we have a start with some partners that can already use and work on this data center and bring in the different characteristics from multimodal foundation models, chatbots, and so on, different applications. You will hear more about that in the upcoming talks. But the idea is really to not only build hardware in some parts somewhere, but to bring this all together. In fact, we have a plan, we have a site, we are working on the site. Things like the generators for the power have already been ordered, and we have started building Blue Swan at a site in Schweinfurt, which is coming up and which will be the first stage of what you see here. But once again, the important thing is to have all these partners working together. On the left-hand side, the strong ecosystem from science, and on the right-hand side, the industry. And you see some logos here. These are examples how we bring them together, how we kind of start. But your logo could be here. If you are interested, let us know and get in touch with us. There's your possibility. You can also reach out to me, talk to me, let us know how you would want to leverage such an AI gigafactory and how we could bring all that together. I have one more slide which I stepped over just to give you an idea that this is a professional endeavor. We have here also the consortia and the steps included in just bringing the data center up and running, like land and data center building, like data center infrastructure, including all the security, like the energy. And here especially we are working with our partner investor. We are also working with the energy providers. And then, of course, we go on to the IT infrastructure itself, the IT operations, these aspects where my own center can contribute, but also the technology providers that deliver these chips. And in fact, I've had here already a number of discussions with other presenters where we thought about could we include their technology in what we are doing. So once again, if you are interested in joining us, if you want to contribute, reach out to me, use the QR code. Here it is. Use the QR code, get in touch, and let us know how we can use the Blue Swan AI Gigafactory to work on AI at a scale that hasn't happened before. Thank you very much.